Rest is not the opposite of work. There's a story behind that. This is your daily message from Chad number 1033 to upgrade your mental game today by telling yourself a better story. Because the most important story you hear is the story you tell yourself. This message is dedicated to Steve Kempf. Here's the upgrade. You see rest and renewal as an interruption to your work, but upgraded thinking sees it as part of it. Here's the story. Every year, the Lumberjacks would gather in Vermont for the tree felling contest, and every year, Old Man Charlie would come out the winner. The other contestants couldn't understand how he beat them. Old Man Charlie would chop for about 30 minutes and then disappear for 30 minutes. He would chop for another 45 minutes and then disappear for 15 minutes. And this went on all day. He frustrated the younger, stronger guys who never stopped working. So one year, a couple fellows followed him and discovered what he was doing when he disappeared. He was sharpening his axe. Work breaks you down and rest rebuilds you. Bill Bowerman was the running coach at the University of Oregon and the co-founder of Nike. He's famous for creating the new lightweight sole using a Belgian waffle iron and what would become the Nike Cortez. His waffle iron is on display today at Nike headquarters in Beaverton, Oregon. Bowerman believed progress came from a cycle of stressing the body, letting it recover, and then coming back stronger. He treated recovery as part of training, not an interruption to it. Phil Knight in Shoe Dog, his autobiography about starting Nike with Bowerman, wrote that he was the first college coach in America to place as much value on recovery as on work. In the biography, Bowerman and the Men of Oregon, a concrete example is told of a runner who is sick and still wants to keep grinding. Bowerman essentially forces him to stop doing extra running and only train under supervision. The athlete hates it at first because culturally, work was righteous and rest was weak. But eventually he realizes Bowerman was right. The easy days were what allowed the hard days to matter. That's Bowerman's principle in practice. So the story of renewal versus training is really Bowerman rejecting a false choice. He would say there is no versus. Renewal is embedded in the process. The real enemy is overtraining, letting ambition, ego, and anxiety push you past the point where stress turns productive and becomes destructive. The better story to tell yourself is, my rest is not opposite my work, but one half of it. Most of us err on overwork. If you're not renewing yourself with sleep, reflection, learning, filling your cup, maintaining balanced health physically, emotionally, and spiritually, you will lose your edge. A dull blade simply won't cut as well as a sharp one. If you find yourself working harder and worn out, but not seeing the results to show for it, maybe you're chopping with a dull axe. Disciplined restraint is harder than mindless effort. Leading, loving, and serving with a dull axe isn't a badge of honor. Prioritizing your well-being, mental health, self-care, and rest isn't selfish. It's essential. Rest is not weakness. It's intelligence. It's what allows us to show up more fully in the spaces we navigate, bringing the energy and presence needed to create the transformational impact we're meant to cultivate. And it has the added bonus of making work easier, too. No one will renew you for you. Tell me a story of work and rest from chadsmith@gmail.com. Send someone a text and ask them, do you feel rest is weakness? You can get a free copy of my book, The Most Powerful Story in the World, by going to fromchad.gumroad.com. The transcript of this message and hundreds of others are always available at www.fromchad.com.